Hello, Vice here, CrossCode. Last part we did stuff with the goal of getting stronger, and we got a level up. In this part, I'd like to at least challenge Shizuka, see how it goes, see if I feel like I still need to get stronger. And this is sort of a take two. I noticed Dashlane was updating right at the start, and I decided to just redo 42 seconds, so that's why I didn't have to look very much at the map to remember at least vaguely where I was going. But yeah, I didn't make it very far along the path, so that's why I got just briefly a little lost. It was this way. And then in here. And then we run along the path of the prologue, and everything's just a little broken. And then Shizuka's mad at us for existing, which I feel like is entirely misplaced anger. But, anger isn't necessarily always rational. Anyway, I've seen it before. Round one. Ah. Still doesn't feel like amazingly effective. I guess I'm not saving up until level 3. Maybe I should be doing that. Oh, she ended up down there. Oh, got her with the end, which I think is the most important part. Alright, round one is ours, still warming up apparently. Alright, now we're getting a little destroyed. Ah. But then we're like doing a lot of destruction ourselves. Ow. She interrupted taking damage by doing that, but then we got her again. So yeah, just a little extra power, and I feel like I've maybe trivialized this, although maybe she'll power up as we get our win streak. Okay, don't let it get to your head, I was just testing you. You wanna approach during this? No? Okay, so I wasted a lot of SP, but like focus is our best stat. Also, I ran into like a bunch of the icicles. We might be taking a loss on this round. We're only a little overpowered. Oh, get me out of there. Obviously tried to guard it, as you can see the guard break. Still gonna try to get damage in on her, because I know you don't get a full heal just for winning a round of PvP. Oh, actually we deal a lot of damage. Curse you. It was us that did not get the full heal, because we won. Ow. Oh, she got us, but... Okay, what is even your point? But yeah, she's only to half. So even if you've given up on the current round, it's often worth dealing damage still. KO? Why do you keep going, you stupid program? Well, I want to see the ending. Yeah, that was a level 2. But I think the level 3 wouldn't have hit at all, so it was better to not waste more SP. Ow. Wow! What was that? Anyway, she said just leave us alone already. But I was in too much awe of that amazing technique. You want to run back into this? No? I guess you can do it a little. Yeah, that's fine. Uh-oh. I might be dead for the round. So she's evening it back up. Okay. Just playing around in Crossworlds, or we're stuck here. What? You're stuck? Wow, I'm just like getting owned these rounds. Okay, that didn't hit. Alright, won the PvP. We're not done yet. Just because you won doesn't mean I'll let you proceed. Next duel. Huh. We got 1,513 XP. That's 1.5 levels. Apparently it could be very worth winning these duels. Funny to have PvP even be worth XP. Alright. So I guess I'm kinda right that probably something will happen after enough time. Oh yeah. Yes? Dots. No, it's nothing. How do you know? Fine. So I bet when I gave up on this, I could have just played the first round of the second duel and it would have let me through, even though I lost. But winning seemed to be worthwhile. Okay, you can enter. Level up. Unlocked Restless Frustration Trophy. Yeah, let's go to the circuits. We might be able to pick up a technique here. Those are dash arts. Can separately move the view with right analog. Okay, the siphons take too long. We'll charge up the snipe for our ranged skill. This way. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably want the levels for whatever comes after this. Anyway, hi? Is that... He only said that once, but it really happened. Satoshi, finally, we found you. Lee, you are here. Does that mean, is he with you as well? Yep. Alright, this way, please. Make sure he can read the number of this device. It's possible to connect to it using an IDN client. Oh? Just make sure to look closely at the number, Lee. Alright, one moment, please. Satoshi, I'm so glad to see you again. Same for me. It's been too long. Sergey? Is that you? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but before we continue, let me start a little program. Oh, the crime rates developed something favorably, the stocks have been good. Alright, let's stay close and talk quietly. This room is monitored. Ah. Having this noise around us should sufficiently mess with the protocol, at least for some time. I see. Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Sergey, you should already know about Evotars. Is Lee aware about herself as well? Yes, she is. Good, this will make things much easier. Lee, let me start by saying the fact that you are, in fact, the first functional Evotar, minus a few remaining technical issues like your malfunctioning speech module. Why? Wait, so I didn't imagine it? You can talk? Partially. I hard-coded a few words into her module. I wasn't even aware that was an option. You always manage to surprise me, Sergey. It is nothing. Please go on. Right. Let me tell you what happened after Gotham, Shizuka, and I left the company. That I still am not going to try to pronounce again. Despite countless attempts, we failed to convince the company to support our research. It was in that hopeless moment that we met a certain person. Oh, perhaps the hacker? Okay, Sir Benedict Sidwell. That's the name he gave us, at least. We never met him in person and knew very little about him, yet he believed in our vision and offered his support. And indeed, with his help, we continued our research on Evotars. He provided us with everything we needed. Technical equipment, confidential specifications, and most of all, a test environment within the playground. We managed to continue our research within Crossworlds. The company never interfered. To this day, I don't know how he did it. Things started within this small area of Sapphire Ridge. However, over time, we realized that a larger testing area was required for effective research. Vermilion Wasteland? Yep, that's how we ended up in Vermilion Wasteland, a discontinued extension to the playground. Mr. Sidwell made it ours for research. We called it Evotar Ground. The new location wasn't the most appealing, but it certainly helped with our research. It didn't take us long to reach our first major milestone. Our first Evotar, Lee, was born, derived from Shizuka's avatar. Back then, things were going rather well. We made so much progress, it was exciting. Following prototypes have proven to be almost feature complete. It was at that point the long lingering question started to emerge. What exactly should we do with those Evotars? Around that time, Mr. Sidwell made requests for additional features. He wanted to know if we could extract memories from Evotars, the memories of the original players. Hence, his original intent became clear to us. He made us develop a system to gather intelligence from players of Crossworlds. The method works on any player of Crossworlds. First, we apply a custom crosscode to the target player, overriding the original. Just after a short learning phase, we decouple it again. From then on, the modified crosscode can be run autonomously. The Evotar is born. In order to fully regain their memory, the Evotar needs to spend some time within the Evotar ground, and as soon as this is complete, we gather the intelligence. Turns out you can't simply extract their memory, but of course you can interrogate an Evotar just like any person. Interrogate them with virtually no restraints on the technique. The method worked. We managed to collect highly confidential information, in secret, without leaving any trace. Of course, once we discovered what kind of business we'd ended up in, we started to protest. We never intended Evotars to be used in that manner. We were ready to drop everything, however, it was too late for that. We'd broken several agreements with our ex-employer. That's why we've been reluctant to report anything to the authorities. And even when we considered doing that, Mr. Sidwell managed to blackmail us into submission. His intention was clear. If any of us tried to leave, our days would be numbered. Well, not that it mattered to me. Do you mean your heart disease? Please do not tell me. I'm sorry, the Satoshi you knew died 2 years ago. Standing in front of you is the Evotar of Satoshi. No. I myself created this copy as an offer to Mr. Sidwell so I could continue to serve him. In return, I wanted him to let Shizuka go. I was naive to think he'd fulfill his end of the agreement. The word ever was in there. Okay, I cannot believe this. Don't feel sorry, Sergey. Nothing could have been done about my disease anyway. Becoming an Evotar was the only option for me to stay in this world. We need to switch rooms now, otherwise the masking will lose its effect. Follow me. Satoshi. A system to extract information from players. This is unbelievable. Glad I didn't win my first attempt against Shizuka. This is a lot of cutscene, and I believe I was right up against the end of an episode. Kind of breaks the atmosphere, doesn't it? We're not here to have a good time, Shizuka. So, you are now an Evotar. Can you move around freely in the playground? No, these days I'm confined within this building. That's also why I know little of what's happening outside. Are you aware that Lee has been in Evotar ground again recently? I suspected it from some protocol readings I had access to. I suppose they tried to drag Lee back into it? Yes, and once she was there, they could effectively track our connection. They almost managed to locate me. That means Sidwell is already fully aware of your actions. This is troublesome. Something else I wonder. How did Lee learn the truth about herself? You do not know? Your little sister paid us a visit. You did? She confronted Lee with the truth, very abruptly. Not again. I don't see the problem. I merely told her the truth. You know full well what consequences your actions could have had. Well, it happened. We can't change it now. I'm glad that Lee was strong enough to overcome it this time around. Yes, congratulations, Lee. We're all so very proud of you. Shizuka, stop acting like a child. Excuse me? You never stopped acting like a freak, only caring for your dear little AI sister. Enough already. Look, I know you have your issues with Lee, but you need to understand one thing. She's our best chance to get out of this mess, both of us. What do you mean? It's thanks to her that we got in contact with Sergei. Not only that, but she's the only one who can reach the Evotar server. Why is now the first time I hear of this? I couldn't share this with you or anybody else. We're all being monitored. It would have jeopardized the whole plan. Anyway, with both Sergei's and Lee's help, we might be able to get everyone out of this. You, me, maybe even Gotham. The Evotar server. It's the host for all Evotars, with the exception of Lee. It's located within the playground itself, somewhere inside the dungeon compound of Evotar ground. Access is highly limited. Only avatars with an embedded access key can enter the area without triggering the self-destruct sequence. Remote administration is disabled entirely with the exception of one command, the deletion of all data. It's Sidwell's final trump card. The server is impossibly hard to reach, and even if we tried, he could wipe its data at any time. It would put an end to almost any Evotar in existence, including myself. For Shizuka and Gotham, there might have been a slim chance to escape this whole mess, but for me, it was close to impossible. However, now that Lee is here, things have changed. Because she has an access key embedded, she can reach the Evotar server. Come again? Why does Lee have the key out of all people? Because I tricked Sidwell into giving it to her. I faked a malfunction of Lee's Evotar. I told Sidwell that the best chance to fix it would be to inspect the state of the Evotar and server side by side, while Lee was still connected. However, I wasn't allowed to access the server. As a compromise, I convinced Sidwell to go to the server together with Lee. He attempted to debug the issue while I provided remote support. In order to do that, Lee was given the access key. Despite all the efforts, I told him that the issue could not be fixed. As a final attempt, Lee was relocated to my personal development server, but ultimately I concluded that she was broken for good. I was tasked with deleting her. Instead, I secretly sneaked her back into the official game servers, hidden within a small data corruption of the database. One where I was certain that an old colleague would eventually be tasked with looking into it. Oh yes, that data corruption. What the heck? You really did not go easy on me. I had to make sure that not just anyone could fix it, and it worked. Honestly, all of this was a huge gamble, but here you are. You received my message and found me. And now, we need to figure out how Lee can reach the Evotar server before Sidwell has a chance to wipe its data. And I already have a few ideas I'd like to discuss with you in detail, Sergei. Of course. Let's relocate back to the previous room. From here on out, Sergei and I will dive into the technical details. You two probably don't want to stick around for that. Maybe spend some time together as well? Talk it out? She can't talk. Come on, you know what I mean. Do I really have to? Please, dear sister. Fine. Alright, what should we do? Honestly, there's nothing interesting to see in this building, and anyway, I hate it in here. Let's just head outside. Sure? This whole area is just so terribly delimited, no way to move around. Still, there's a little spot at the lake over there. Let's go there. Sure. We've been to a lake before. It was purple. The spot is pretty nice, isn't it? Yep. Certainly better than anything you'd find in Vermilion Wasteland. Let's sit down for a bit. So what words can you say exactly? Hi, bye, Lee, how, why, wait, sorry. That's it? Yep. Must be bothersome. Also, still wearing those horns. So you hate them too? Yep. They're the worst, aren't they? Yep. That all happened because of a stupid joke. I often complain that the horns don't fit the Spheromancer Spheromancer design at all. So of course, one day Sergei gifted them to me. Very funny. Then they'd always log into my account and equip them. Those idiots. And now you ended up with them. Sorry for that. Why? Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Well, at least they left you the scar. Scars are awesome. Guess we both have the same taste. Makes sense. But you're lucky, you know that? You missed the worst stuff. You didn't have to witness your brother dying in front of you, and the futility of the whole situation. They just kept you in that room, all the time. Taking care of you. Sorry. Shut up! Don't be sorry. Honestly, none of this is your fault. If anything, I should apologize for what I did to you. This whole situation, it's been going on for so long already. I just don't know what to do anymore. How much longer I can take this. Stop that. How can you be like this after all the things I did to you? It's too soon. Getting all touchy like that is nothing like me. Hi. You two are still at it? I think we're done for the most part. There is one more thing. Shizuka, how is Gotham doing these days? Well, I didn't speak much with him recently. He's busy designing his levels and flying around in his fancy avatar. He seems content with enough. Gotham, it might be especially difficult to get him out of this. We did in fact meet him while we were in the Evotar ground. From what we saw, it looked like he's physically located in the playground. Could that be the case? Yes, somehow Sidwell convinced him to do that. It's easier to keep him under control that way. And well, Gotham was always excited about creating his own worlds. The prospect of experiencing it in person was quite appealing to him. Really, I think he's a lost cause. He's stuck in his fantasy world, playing his little god figure. That blue avatar with orange clothing? Yes, that's him. That is unexpected. He acts like such a different character. That's the whole point. In any case, we should try to figure out if he's on our side with this or not. Shizuka, can you try talking to him about this? Just hinting at what's happening? I can try. Well then, I think I have a good grasp of the situation now. We need time for preparations though. Certainly, if you have any more questions, you know how to reach me. Yes, I'm glad I was able to meet both of you again. Same for me. One last thing though, yes? Looking at what Sidwell has accomplished so far, I'm certain he has specific ways to track your actions. Because of that, please be extra careful if you plan to involve any other player. I will, and I already have my suspects. Well then, goodbye and see you soon. Goodbye. Take care. Bye. You too, Lee. One hop and we're off. Phew, that was a lot to take in, correct? So, what to do next? Alright, we should head back to the east of Sapphire Ridge. Specifically to that old dojo where you got the meteor shade. According to Satoshi, an entrance to Evotar ground is hidden in that area. I would like to have a look at it. You can use that teleporter for a quick connection to the dojo. Exclamation mark. And encyclopedia entries. Okay, we're at the old dojo now. The hidden entrance should be somewhere towards the east. Wait. I think I found it. It's right here, that wall to the east. Let me see if I can open it. Wow. There we go. Let's see what we find in there. A cave. This is it, Lee. If we go through that tunnel, we will reach Vermilion Wasteland. Lucas, the Evotar of him. He's hopefully still over there. Exclamation mark. If we act fast enough, we might still be able to rescue him. Lee, please stop. Running in there alone and unprepared is destined to fail. Do not worry. I'm pretty positive that we'll find a way to reach the Evotar server. To be honest, I'm more concerned about what comes afterwards. Why? Assuming that we reach the server and manage to make a backup of all the Evotars, we still need a proper environment to run them. A new place for Evotars. In one way or another, we need the company's permission for that. I'm not entirely sure how to tackle this issue yet. Even for an employee like me, it's difficult to reach the right people to talk about this. Well, that certainly dampened the mood, I'm sorry. There's really no point in worrying about this now. We just have to try our best and see what happens. Waiting it out simply is not an option. Let's head back. Oh yes, one last thing. Could you go to the first Scholar HQ? I would like to try something out. Sure. This might be the last thing we do. What's been the gameplay to cutscene ratio in this episode? Even counting walking as gameplay. Like 1 to 2 or 1 to 3? Something like that. Anyway, okay, nobody seems to be here right now. Perfect. Please have a closer look at the projector in the meeting room. Alright, I have the model number. One moment, please. Hi. It works. That's very convenient. Satoshi told me how to connect to any projector inside the playground. That way I'll be able to talk to other players. This might come in handy pretty soon. Why? Well, it's still too early to get into the details right now. Anyway, should we call it a day? I'll need a bit more time thinking about all of this myself. Sure. Bye. Good night, Lee. This is a very slow logout dissolve. At least I think it's usually a little faster. Ah. Yeah, I wonder how the others are doing. Lynn, Buggy, Emily, all of them. They're probably worried about us, right? In difficult times like these, it's good to know there are people out there that care for you. Yeah, what's happening? Lee, please, get me out of here. Help! Good morning, Lee. Lee? Another bad dream? Yep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about it? Nope. I see. Oh, hello, Lee. Hi. We just keep running into each other recently, don't we? Yep. Actually, this is very convenient, since I wanted to speak with you. Why? I just had a quick talk with Lynn. I'll need to take a little break from the game soon. That means I won't be around for some time. Why? It's personal stuff. I'd rather not talk about it. Sorry. I'll still be around the next few days, though, if there's anything else you'd like to do. As usual, just call me via D-Link. See you. Bye. Well, we should not forget that we were logged into an MMO. There's still that real life out there, for the others at least. Yep. Sorry, I should have worded that differently. Actually, I have good news. The plan to reach the Avatar server is almost complete. We'll have to storm Vermilion Wasteland together with a lot of other players. You remember how strong some of the enemies were over there, correct? There's still enough time to prepare. You should make sure your stats and equipment level are as high as possible. Might be worthwhile to visit Rhombus Square for that. Once you feel ready, let us go back to the hideout and discuss the remaining details with Satoshi and Shizuka. Oh, achievement unlocked. Chapter 9 complete. Why, hello there, Lee. You're here as well? Hi. Lee dear, it's good to see you. I just had a talk with Trani. Did he tell you the news already? Yep. It's a shame, but that's how it is. In moments like this, real life has to come first. Today really isn't the best day, eh? Not only is Trani going to leave, but I had to cancel a special endgame quest I was planning to partake in together with Albert. Why? Because he's meeting his old friend somewhere in Rhombus Square. Not supposed to tell anybody, but why should I care when he just drops our plans so quickly? Just make sure not to tell Buggy about it. Al... or AI? I think it's Al. Would be really angry otherwise. Wait, she said like Albert or somebody. Yeah, Albert. So it was Al. Anyway, looks like that's where we end off. In the next part, I guess we're headed over to Rhombus Square. And also thinking about how to further raise our power. I guess we might be able to start thinking about those arena missions. We're only a level short of the recommended level for bronze stuff now. We might also get murdered, but then we'll just change our plans. Yeah, I think... Yeah, look at our focus stat compared to our other stats. That's why I was like spamming level 6, or level 3, 6 cost techniques. See, I already saved, didn't I? Save again. But, yeah. hopefully we can get our other stats caught up or something, or just raise them all. See ya!